I offer you the vision of the last 3 years. 2012, Mario Monti's government. GDP Italy, minus 2.3%. 2013, Enrico Letta government, minus 1.9. I look, there is the members of cabinet, yes. Because it's very important fact-checking in politicians. 2014, 0.4 with my government. So 3 years of crisis with a little improve, but the problem is the combination between the lack of reforms and the politics of austerity. For the future, the provision are finally, after 3 years, we come back to plus. Not sufficient for me, but it's a first step. Plus 0.7 for our provision, 0.5 for IMF, 0.9, I think is not important, the 0. The important is finally we come back to positive growth. Why I'm confident? Because we change the labor market and we give a message very important to foreign investors, but also for Italian people. Because we reduce the power of red tape of bureaucracy, and you know, you're Italian, you know very well the terrible power of bureaucracy in our country. I think at the same time, we must absolutely give a message of positive approach, not because this is a psychological message. I don't know the translation of gruppo di autoaiuto in English. Self-aid, you know, the telefilm, the TV series in which everybody thanks for sharing, everybody share the air problem. And so the message of optimistic is a message for the mind. No, I think it's economic message. And I give you a little example. 2012, you remember, minus 2.3, the level of savings in Italy are 3.5 trillion euro, sorry. Now it's similar, but 3.5 euros. It's a good, very important, good thing for us, the new relation between euro and dollar. 2012, 3.5. 2014, 3.9. So in a moment of crisis, you can think the savings are at the level of decreasing. No. In Italy, the savings, the private savings, grew up 10%. Why? Because we lost the confidence. This is a real problem. I don't speak about the relation between public debt, very high in Italy, 2 trillion, and private saving, the most important private saving around the world, as average in respect of the pro capita. This is absolutely interesting for the discussion with the markets, but you know, we can use this expression for the markets because the savings are not important in the statistics. What's important for me is if in 2012, 2014, the savings grow up, this means there is a problem of confidence in Italy. So I must realize reforms, Jobs Act and the labor market, fiscal system, public administration, electoral law, constitutional reforms, education system. But if we don't come back to level of confidence positive in Italy, the problem remains the same. I believe this is the real challenge in the Italian politics. In a side, there is some parties who believe the future of Italy is terrible. They bet on the crisis. And in the other side, there are a part of politicians who believe possible comeback to positive growth. So, but France, Germany, in this moment are prevision more positive. I'm happy for France and Germany. I know in the next years, if Italy make the reforms, Italy will be the leader of Europe for the next 20 years. This is not for applause, this is a reality. This is a reality. If we realize the reform, our pension system is absolutely good, respect our colleagues and partners of Europe. Our quality of engineering is extraordinary. Our manufacturing and the second in Europe and one of the most important around the world. When Jeff Immelt, one example, the leader of GE, visited me last year, he told me, oh, I'm very, very excited about some characteristics of Italy, and I believe culture, masterpieces, food, lifestyle, holidays. His answer, not engineering. The level of your quality of your engineering is the best around the world. So I'm confident, despite the provision, because I think if Italy realizes reforms, Italy finally decide to invest in the future, maybe Italy not only come back in the role of leadership, but is also an hope for the rest of Europe.
So we've come up against our official time limit, and maybe that's a good point on which to end. It's too bad we have a long line of questioners. You can see the interest in your visit here to Georgetown. Would you like to take another question or two? It's up to you.
One question. Okay.
One more, please.
The real role of President of Council is not very powerful. Every schedule, every meeting not depend on you. You are simply an actor in the hands of terrible men and women called the protocollo. Are very dangerous. They are very dangerous people.
Okay,
Grazie mille, protocollo. Buonasera, Presidente Renzi. Many thanks to the University of Georgetown for hosting, e grazie che sono venuto qua. Il mio nome è Ivan Buttina. Io lavoro come... my name is Ivan Buttina. I work as a community builder at the World Bank Group. When I was 8 years old, I was born in Bosnia. When I was 8 years old, because of the war in my country of origin, I moved to Italy. Later, I became Italian citizen, and now, as an Italian citizen, I've been living in Washington, D.C. for 7 years. So now I'm an Italian expat. So I want to make a point based on...
Did you ask a question?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to make a point based on what you said at the end, which is you invite us, Italians abroad, expats, saying that when we come back, we will find a country that has changed, right? So I would like to make a proposal and to actually involve us in the change process of the country. Because, as you say, we're not fuga dei cervelli, but we are actually cervelli da valorizzare. We are here, and many of us are willing to help. So maybe the government of Italy could either launch or support an initiative to connect all the Italians abroad who want to help Italy, to help promote investments, commerce, tourism, culture, to help transfer our knowledge, know-how for Italian institutions, private sector, civil society, and so to realize our potential, because many of us do want to be part of the change, not just come when everything is done by you and who is in Italy.
Thank you.
So, and one thing also, tonight we have a 6:30 professional networking event with Italians in DC, and we have companies like Autogrill, Beretta, and Lamborghini. If you want to stop by just to say hi, it's here in Georgetown.
Okay.
And by the way, everyone is invited.
Thank you so much for invitation, but in the team of Protocollo, there is also the ambassador organized a dinner in official residency called Villa Firenze. I'm very proud for that, but Villa Firenze comes from Florence, not from the city, from the woman Florence. So About your consideration, I think this could be a great proposal to continue in this involving the people. But let me conclude exactly from the point from which I started. This link could happen, could be realized only if we have a common ideal and value, not only the same passport. In other words, obviously, we are very happy, the Italian people who believe in our country, for me, it's a reason of happiness, of responsibility, and thank you so much for this disponibility. But I think in this moment, to be Italian around the world means remember to everybody, to you, first of all, and to everybody, what is Italian value around the world. So, if you speak about Lamborghini, it's important to remember to Lamborghini's team the investment in Bologna with 500 people, to new jobs who will realize next year, I hope. But it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is remember to ourselves, if we are Italians, we are not simply a catalog of genius of the past. We are the people who have in DNA the possibility to believe in the future and not only in the past. For this reason, I think the contribution from you, from abroad, is obviously the link, the connection, the team working, the ideals and ideas to share with us, but it's above all the idea we can build a different world focused not only in the economic values, but focused on the quality of cultural values. Let me be very frank. I know there are not a difference and are not a division between economic values and cultural values. If you think, for example, exactly my city, Florence, you know the financial system create masterpieces of art. The people here who know the history of Florence knows very well the incredible history of genius, innovation, frescoes, paintings, buildings, architecture come from a new era of finance. The financial system invests in the culture, invests in the innovation. So there is a link between economic development and mind development. But in this world, the globalization gives a message in which the important is only the money and the value. I think we must absolutely work hard, work strongly, achieve the results and achieve the great results in the personal career, but to be Italian means remember ourselves there are the values of emotion and of ideals, who is the value eternal and perpetual. This, for me, means to be Italian around the world, and my request is exactly that. Help us to remember ourselves. To be Italian means to be people who try every day to build a different idea of future, remembering the past, but challenging on tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So we, unfortunately, we do have to draw our conversation to a close. You do have a very busy schedule. I hope you get a sense of the enthusiasm here at Georgetown among our students and faculty and staff, enthusiasm for Italy and for your forward-looking message. We hope you'll come back to join us again soon. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me again in thanking Prime Minister Renzi.